Time to graduate to the big pool, which is where we hope a lot of us could head to later on today.
Yeah, because it's going to be the hottest of the week. Temperatures this morning also very mild out there. 444 right now on this very mild morning out there. We're sitting at an air temperature at the Sunport, 75 degrees, 78 in the Northeast Heights, 68 in Tijeras, 58 in Edgewood. Meanwhile, we're at 55 in Moriarty. So temperatures above normal for this time of the year. It is a little bit cooler in Moriarty because of the higher humidity, and otherwise, we are a little bit breezier in the Rio Grande Valley, allowing for temperatures to not drop as much as what we saw yesterday morning. 76 Los Lunas, 72 Rio Rancho. Temperatures well above normal for this time of year in the Rio Grande Valley. 54 Alamosa, not as chilly of a morning. 64 Santa Rosa, 71 in Carlsbad. Meanwhile, 77 at the TRC, 72 in Farmington. A lot of western and southern locations will be reaching the triple digits. 65 in Tucumcari, 70 in Santa Fe. Those locations reaching well into the 90s. Roswell may sneak in at 100. A calm start out there, a little bit humid, 68% humidity against 71 with a 6-mile-per-hour wind. A lower chance of thunderstorms today, only some light rain showers just north of Durango in the San Juan Mountains. Elsewhere, we're very clear, just some wispy clouds moving on through. We'll see more thunderstorms in the Northeast Highlands today, but otherwise elsewhere will be hotter and drier. Now, this model depicting maybe some pop-up showers surrounding the Albuquerque metro. Into the West Mesas and the San Dias. Storms will be a bit more potent today in the Enchanted Circle in the Northeast Highlands near Wagamama, Las Vegas. A very low chance, though, of flooding in the Hermits Peak Calf Canyon area, but something we'll keep an eye on, as well as Raton. Some flash flooding is a slight possibility, as well as in the Trout Fire burn scar near Silver City. Storms will then propagate closer to the southeast, getting closer to Santa Rosa, Clayton, all the way towards Silver City itself, Las Cruces, and the Oregon Mountains as well. And then those storms will dissipate starting around sunset, but still holding together a little bit around Roswell all the way to Clovis and Portales. So mostly sunny, hot, and dry for most of the day in Roswell. Then storms are possible closer to sunset. Again, I do think we may actually be closer to 100 today in Roswell. Around 99, 100 in places like Albuquerque, closer to 100 in Farmington, above that in Deming. Upper 80s, low 90s in Clayton, low to mid 90s in Santa Fe. This is all before storms really get going and start to cool things off later in the day. So at least it won't be too hot for too long. But from Albuquerque to the west, because it'll be dry, we won't get as many of those rain-cooled outflow wind gusts or rain altogether. From Farmington to Albuquerque, Grants, Belen, Nashiti, heat advisories in effect. So drink plenty of water, and also with extreme amounts of UV radiation, you're going to want to put on the sunblock, the sunglasses, and cool off by going into the pool. A high temperature of 100 degrees today in Albuquerque. Also, we're watching out for smoke from some of the wildfires in the Gila National Forest, moving closer to the Oregon Mountains, Las Cruces, into parts of the Sierra Blanca range. And also the Laguna Fire, which has been causing hazy skies near Albuquerque and Santa Fe because of northwesterly winds. That smoke will start to move closer to Tucumcari around sunset. And some of the fires in the Gila National Forest will produce smoke closer to the eastern suburbs of Silver City. That high pressure is going to move into the Pacific coast. That will allow for moisture out east to propagate closer to the west, including Raton all the way to Carlsbad. This weekend, more storms will fire off. Albuquerque to the west will be mostly dry. Up until later this weekend, we'll see much needed rainfall. So from Albuquerque to the west, not much rainfall all the way through today, but more chances of rainfall as we head into Thursday and Friday in parts of the Enchanted Circle in the Northeast Highlands. Ruidoso getting a little bit of a break. There's a slight chance of flooding today, but not too much more flooding. Again, most of the rainfall will be from Santa Rosa, Clovis, and Hobbs all the way through this weekend, and eventually Durango as well. Albuquerque, Santa Fe may get a little bit of rain as well. And places like Colorado, breezy of the elevated fire threat. Temperatures will drop with a high chance of rainfall, as well as Pagosa Springs. But very warm today, 100 in Farmington, Cuba, and Gal. Very warm and dry. No chances of rain today, but a slight chance of that near Silver City. And even Alamogordo in the high 90s, low triple digits. A few more days of heat in Las Cruces before we cool off by the end of the weekend. Ruidoso, upper 80s, very low chance of rainfall today. Lovington, Artesia in the upper 90s, near triple-digit territory in Roswell, Conchas, Mora, and Belen. Temperatures and also Raton, we're going to be in the upper 90s and triple digits. In Angel Fire, Santa Fe, Espanola, 80s and 90s with a higher chance of rainfall today after we heat up. Estancia, Cedar Crest, East Canyon winds, by the way, will pick up this evening, bring in more moisture after the heat up today from the north to south valley of Albuquerque. Somewhere temperatures in the high 90s, low triple digits, but each day getting breezier. cooler, more humid, and then stormier by the end of the weekend to next week.
Can't wait for the relief because last night was actually one of those leave the AC on high
Yes.
all nights.
Yeah, and this morning we're still in the 70s, so it's still kind of a little kind of stuffy out there.
Yeah, even here in the studio.
We need some of that airflow, please.
Yeah.
We do, yeah.
Circulation would be nice.
Right.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot, Ryan.